Formula Racing Series here from the Canadian Grand Prix at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. It is the fourth race of the season, and we welcome you to this broadcast. My name is Austin Smith, and with me is Sean. Sean, how are you doing?
Well, let me have a first sip of my beer. Delicious. Anyway, I'm doing fine. Betcha, thank you. And we are here at the beautiful Canadian Gilles Villeneuve track. A track that is like mostly favored by a lot of the drivers. Fast flowing track, quick lap times, and it always provides some action down here. And we have the infamous Wall of Champions, which may gonna see some incidents here or there, Betcha. Maybe some qualifying laps that can be ruined there. But hopefully we are gonna get some great entertainment for tonight's race.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the tires right now that the drivers have on, and I see that 4 drivers are already out there, or have at least chosen. 2 are out on the hard compound tires, and 2 have chosen them but are still in the pits. So seems like some of the drivers opted to go for a harder tire distribution than usual. What do you think is the idea behind that?
Maybe because like the soft is like it's gonna wear out a little bit quicker, but if you can still do the soft hard strategy, because it's not that big of a deal to actually stretch the tires. You can actually just make it around lap 10, 11-ish, if you are keen on the tires. So, but I think most of the people are gonna start on those soft compound tires, as I can see Amos Shadows going to begin his lap with. And it's already out sector 2 and 3, but that's probably people.
No. There was someone spun on the left side.
Really?
I wasn't able to see who it was, but it was out of turn 9, where on the left side there was someone spun a little bit. I couldn't see if they were in the wall, but pretty close to the wall there on the exit of turn 9, but seems like not. Oh, I think it was Abio Dunn in 8th place right now, because he did have some front wing damage on the right side. He's in the pits now. You can see the damage right there on the right side. The end plate is missing.
Yeah.
And I think it was him. It looked like a Mercedes, and since he was the only Mercedes on track at the time, with Nick only now leaving the pits, I would assume that it was Abiadun who spun there and basically ruined his own lap, and maybe 1 or 2 others in the process. But meanwhile, Rafa taking the top spot for now with a 108.4. Where do you think the lap times are going to go over the course of this session?
I think we are definitely going to those lower 1.7s, I think. Really, because of the guys like Rafa, I hope he's gonna get on those soft, because I can't imagine you're gonna go on medium to start with. Louis gonna basically also gonna do. Oh, Jesus, there's also a collision with Bugatti there. But I think we are going, maybe mid to low 7s is the ones we are gonna expect here for tonight.
We have a lot of yellow flags here in the beginning. What is going on?
Shadow missed his breaking point there. I think he was still on the lap there. He messed that one up.
Shatter now in the hairpin right before the long straight on this track. Longest DRS straight and longest straight on the track. Huge run up that you get here to the infamous Wall of Champions, to turn 13 and 14. And he doesn't even use his DRS, which is the indicator that he is about to enter the pits in his Toro Rosso. Before we talk a little bit more, because we do have 13 minutes, and for the most part, the way these qualifyings work is that basically the whole action kicks off at the very end of the session. So we can talk a little bit about the championship standings right now, and seeing Rafa in the lead on the mediums, I think we have to talk about him a little bit. He had 2 second places in the last 2 races, both times only beaten by ILRT Louis, who has set his lap time on the hards, but is a second slower than Rafa right now. Do you think here in Canada that these 2 will be fighting it out as well for the 3rd time in a row?
I think they are definitely going to. They're two like one of the most fastest people, and in their league they're like top class about everyone else. And I think they are still going. Oh Jesus, Sterling also. But yeah, I think we're definitely gonna battle it out today. It's also a track where it's possible to fight. It's not like a Monaco or a so plenty of overtake opportunities, and I'm sure they're gonna battle it out in the race. Maybe you're gonna see like a sort of a qualifying shootout between those two. And although I'm saying that, Louis is also now out on those hard tires again, whilst Rafa is now on the soft compound of tires. So this is gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, generally, if drivers opted for the harder tire distribution, as Louis, Lordy, Sterling, and Matter definitely did, because they do have a set of hard compound tires. You get one set of the hards, you get one set of the mediums, and two sets of the softs for qualifying.
3 sets. You have the standard allocation. 3 sets of softs.
No, I was talking. I was talking about the harder allocation.
Oh, the harder, yeah. Then it's true.
Yeah.
On
the standard allocation, you are right. You get one set of the mediums, which, since we haven't seen the hards being used by many of the drivers here, I would think that everyone who didn't go for or every one of these, except these 4 drivers, Louis, Lordy, Sterling, and Matter, everyone else has chosen either the standard allocation or the softer allocation, maybe even. Although I would be surprised, because you said one-stop strategy here, soft to hard, most likely. Would be surprised to see someone go for the softer allocation, since I think that would leave you with... Does it leave you with a set of the hards for the race, or is it just softs and mediums?
If you already use one set of hard tires for the race, for qualifying.
No, if you go for the softer allocation and you get 4 sets of the softs, do you still get a set of the hards for the race?
Yeah, you still get like a set of hards for the race.
Okay,
it's just like if you have the softer one, then you have like 4 sets of softs. Rafa, I'm just looking at this now. That looks like very clean, and come up to the line. It doesn't improve on his lap time though on the soft compound of tires. So
yeah, but only 12,000ths of a second slower than his lap.
Yeah, so
but his lap on the mediums.
Yeah, but I don't know if I didn't really pay that much attention, but I don't know if he used like a lower ERS mode or not. But that, if you can't improve your lap time on those mediums, then on the softs, I mean, then
going by his current battery charge of 57%, and it was 51, I think, before turn 6. So I would think that he did use quite a lot of ERS on his lap. Maybe he had a mistake in there. Yeah, Lickel now on provisional pole. Yeah, 107.8. You said it will go to the low 17. So this is nothing near the end here with a 107.8. We will see most of these drivers still improve. Again, as the session progresses, the action will also increase and the lap times will tumble.
Yeah, they will tumble. And also, Marquez, aka the TikTok master, is also now in second place with those soft compound tires with a 1.8 flat. So I think we are getting there. I mean, there's also a track where you can actually just sort of match your time to lap times, or even like go even faster than that. So, I think someone has spun off there in the Wall of Champions. That is Lordy MK. I just saw him spinning there on his out lap. So.
That is the worst situation. That just as you're about to start your flying lap, you need all the you need all the run. Well, okay, if it's the hard compound tires, it's the white wall there on the tires. Then it doesn't matter too much. Ooh, big slide there from him. Turn 4, my goodness. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much because he's gonna put on the soft tires to the end of the session anyway. So right now,
I hope so.
Unless he wants to qualify in the back, which There could be an argument to be
Oof.
made about this. If you want to qualify outside the top 10, you do get the free tire choice. So there may be a chance there by going against the grain and going against what everyone else does and just be outside the top 10 deliberately. On this track, generally, if you look at the whole section turns 1 and 2, it doesn't, like, it slows down progressively. Like it isn't like turn 1 in Monza where you instantly break from over 300 down to 60 kilometers an hour. This is more of a flowing part of the circuit where we head into for turn 1 and 2. And if the pack is all bunched up as it is at the start always, and by definition pretty much, this flowing part of the track allows for the drivers to be a little more careful with, let's say, their surroundings, while at the same time, not lose too much time as well, so they don't run into an opponent, but they also don't lose time. Whereas in Monza, you have this effect where they all bunch up and get closer and closer because of this heavy braking zone. So starting in the back here doesn't put you at risk. It doesn't put you at risk of being tangled up in some kind of collision.
True, and then Onyx comes down the line. He's now getting professional pole. I just watched his lap time, and that was absolutely rock solid. He nailed the corners like almost a lot of the times, and he is just, it was a very decent lap time to watch there. So 107.623. So I think we are definitely going there to those low 1 minute 1:07 mark. And Olden is now currently on his out lap, so he's gonna start his lap time now. And I think ILT Rafa is coming. Yeah, he's just past the hairpin there, so he's now coming towards the big straight. I haven't watched his delta, but I hope so. It's gonna be for him like a much better lap time as he comes around the wall.
Oh, and Marquez hit the wall on the exit of turn 4. And that, I don't think he sustained any damage. We're on board with him right now. He brushed the wall there quite significantly. However, again, I don't think he has damage. Let's see if maybe we can see. Yeah, no, the right side end plate is still on, so no damage for him there. But that was a moment that definitely cost him time. And yeah, he definitely got lucky there.
He's 2 tenths down already, so I think he lost some time there then.
Yeah, but he's still going. Look, he's still going. He's still in hot lap mode on the ERS, now into overtake, as you do once you enter 7th gear, pretty much. That's when you switch from hot lap to overtake, and now... Oh, no, he does go straight in. Does go straight in.
He lost already, he lost like 2 tenths in the second sector, so I think already knew that's going to be over. And Rafa also improved his lap on the softs, but it was only like 2 tenths.
He abandoned his lap. You look at the ERS right now. He has fully abandoned his lap. He's not gonna finish that one. He's probably gonna go into the pits. 3 minutes 50. Now we're getting into crunch time here. Now we're getting into the time where it really matters. Generally, the track evolves and it just gets grippier and grippier with every lap any of these drivers complete. And so I think we're in, this is the calm before the storm right now. And there's a Ferrari coming out. Is that Louis? No, it's wait, hold on. I don't know who that was. Oh, yeah, it is Louis. There you go. Camera fooling me for a second here.
And he's also on the medium, so he's gonna he's gonna try the opposite. So because Rafa has improved his lap time on the softs, so he improved from 108.4 to a 108.2 with the softs. So I think now Louis is gonna try something, and maybe see if he can actually be close to the, let's say, the mid 8s or the low 2s. If he can provide that with the set of mediums, then he's definitely in there to actually, to win, to also win the races there. Cause
yeah, but I'm a little bit, I am a little bit confused, I have to say. Sorry to interrupt you there, but why the mediums? You said soft to hard as a one-stop fully works. Why would you go on the mediums then?
Yeah, it is the sort of thing, it's just trying things out, like He knows. I think he may know that that Rafa has improved his lap time on the softs, and you have to try something different, especially when you're now like sort of rivals now for this season. You have to try some things out. Even I had that in a couple of occasions, when you had to try some different things out. So he's gonna start his lap. So hopefully, we will see where his lap time actually can. Oh, he's gonna just enter the turns when all the cars are coming out of the pits. Coming towards turn 4, 5, it takes that very well actually. So there's gonna be definitely an improvement there, Betcher. And he's already 4/10 quicker, so he's definitely going to improve his lap time massively.
Yeah, the question is just how much, because right now the 109.4.
Oh,
now there's a yellow
retired.
flag. Yeah, Rafa retired,
retired.
and there's a yellow flag right in front of him. He's in the middle of the track. Oh my, that was close for Louis.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
1.1 seconds faster.
And
So
yeah,
if
and
he stays
still
there-
he fully sent it through that middle sector despite yellow flags and
Yeah.
everything. Wow. I'm not sure. There might be some kind of steward's decision coming, because I'm pretty sure you
think
can't
not.
fully floor it when there's a yellow
Yeah,
flag
it
and there's a
is,
car in the middle of the track. But
Well, you
for
can,
now, for now, let's see where it ends
Oh
him.
my god, look at that.
Fourth. Wow.
108 flat on those medium. That is a very solid lap time, and above ILT Rafa on those soft. That is a legitimate, very good lap time for Louis.
It
On those
really
medium.
is,
That
yeah.
That is an impressive lap time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, meanwhile, now we're looking at Marquez right now, not on board, but we're looking at Marquez. He's coming through the final chicane, the Wall of Champions, and he avoids
Really
it
touch.
barely. Oh, did he touch it? And there's some debris
Yeah,
and...
oh, what the fuck?
Whoa. What did
Why did he put
Marquez
it into
do
the wall?
there?
Why? That is deliberate.
That-
You
that-
can't do that.
I mean, that to me, that was so sudden. It looked like... I don't know, does Marquez drive with a gamepad or with a wheel?
That.
Pad. Okay, well then, yeah, then it could. But maybe his
I don't know.
Analog
It could be
stick.
deliberate as well. It
Maybe-
looked like it looked pretty much deliberate.
it did, yeah. And Onyx is still on provisional pole
alive.
here, and I don't see anyone who could challenge him. Nick has passed the line. Leclerc, Marquez, Bugatti, Rafa have all retired from the session. Louis has come into the
He
pits.
improved his lap time though. He improved his sector 2 lap time, Onyx, by almost a tenth. So he's gonna be now a little bit quicker. So come around the wall of
Yeah, but he
champions,
doesn't
that's a
have
very-
to. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
but he can do
to
it as
improve. He
But
does
it's gonna be
improve 107.
174.
Yeah, 107.4, and
Decent
that
lap
is the final lap of this qualifying. Everyone now either retired in the pits or came across the line past the 0-second mark. So that is it for the qualifying session, and it will be first place for VSR Onyx. Congratulations to him. Let's see, where is he in the standings? He had a what is that? Fourth place in China, but he did not start in Britain or Azerbaijan. So for him, only the second race this season. First one, he got fourth place. Now he's on pole, looking like another good result for him. Our championship leaders, Louis fourth and Rafa seventh, with Medium Pilot, who's in third place in the standings, down in 8th place. So a lot of the drivers who are leading the championship are only pretty much in the midfield on the grid.
That's true. So yeah, Louis is actually in a good shot to actually maybe challenge for the win, purely because if you can have sort of a consistent pace with the soft runners, like already at the beginning of the race, or beginning at the stint, and then you're just putting on, hammer time, lap times, when everyone's coming around the pitch, then he can definitely even go for the medium soft strategy if he can manage his tires well. So that's also an option you can actually look out for, but it's a pretty risky one. But already someone pressed start. That is quick.
Yeah.
That's quick.
Quickest on track and quickest pressing start. That is
I don't know if there's a point for that.
he's two for two now, and he's gonna look to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah. Lot of progress that guy made. Told you, a Dutch guy also wants to be very quick, and even pressing X pretty much at the start. Well done. Well done to him.
All right, here we are. Drivers line up on the grid, and we are starting the formation lap. So 35 laps, as you can see, is the race distance. And 14 corners every single time. That adds up to 490 corners that these drivers are going to go through over the course of this race. So almost 500.
That's a quick match right there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's my hidden talent, you know.
Hidden talent.
But let's go through the
I went to the site allocation, and almost everyone, a lot of the guys are actually on the soft tires, except for ILT Meta and Abiundum. They're the only ones that are actually going to start the race on the medium. So.
And the interesting thing to me is that no one has started or has decided to start the race on the hards. That's what I'm surprised by. Maybe soft to medium actually works. Which
it can work though.
It can.
Actually,
okay.
When you actually think about it, I think that's even possible as well. But I think I did this race before the patch that made everything like almost everyone 1.5 seconds faster. So, but I think mediums are also like a good option.
Oh wow! So. We have different strategies already from the very outset of this race. Meanwhile, Onyx already on the grid, right next to him. Well, not yet next to him is ILRT Lickle, but that will be the case for the start. Then we have Marquez in third. Hold on, well, there you go. Let's look at it. Let's look at it like this: Louis in fourth, Nick in P5, Bugatti sixth, Rafa 7. Medium Pilot down in 8th. Remember, he's 3rd in the standings, and Rafa is 2nd, and they're all the way down in the 4th row. Gamer Paco P9, Amir Shader P10, Ollie Flavel 11, Sterling 12, Matter 13, Lordy 14, and Abiadun down in last place in 15th as the drivers get ready for the start here at the Canadian Grand Prix. You hear the engines. Lights go on. 3, 4, 5. And round 4 is underway, and it seems to be a decent start from Onyx. Not too great. Lickle is almost there. Can he hold it around the outside? No, he cannot. Onyx takes the lead, but Marquez round the outside of turn 2 makes the move and goes up into P2. Double Renault lead here from the very beginning of the race. Fantastic move around the outside by Marquez. Couple other changes down the field. And there's a spin, Marquez! Marquez spins out! Oh my! And he is down in last now, but I don't think he has damage. There was a little bit of front wing there, but not from him.
Oh! No, Onyx! Onyx has broken his front wing, lost his control. Little Osterman, and he's lost a bit of his front wing.
Yeah, on the right side, the end plate on the right side is missing indeed, and Lickle has to defend from Louis now. Will Onyx come in or will he stay out? That is the question. Really, it looked so good for the Renault boys here after turn 2, P1 and P2, and now look at this, Marquez last, and Onyx with front wing damage.
I saw Nick also going into the Wolf channel with a little of an oversteer moment, but I think he controlled it very well. No broken front wing for him, but he also had like the same shunt as Onyx almost there. But
and let's talk about the winner of this start, other than Onyx, who then shortly thereafter bottled it a little bit. But I would also like to talk about Sterling. He gained 4 positions from the start, from P12 all the way up to P8 already within the course of 1 lap. Really, really well done there. And he will also get close to Gamer Paco, and maybe looking to get a move done here. Maybe DRS assisted come lap 3. Remember, right now the drivers have no DRS assistance yet.
I think Marco is also now like close to. Oh, he's going for the dive on Ultimator. Brown down the inside he goes. He should have the better grip of the soft tires. Although Matt is coming back. Oh, he has a little bit of go on the grass there, but I think he's fine there. So Marquez is gonna charge his comeback race for today. And Lefevre already getting his 3-second time penalty, so that is already good for him. Good start of the race.
Yeah, but
And Louis.
I have to say, penalties are easy to come by here on this track. There's a lot of curves you can cut, and you can get a lot of warnings quite easily. Meanwhile, DRS now enabled, and Gamer Paco, is he going to attempt it here? No, he is not. Okay, he sticks back once again. Turn 3. No. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't attempt it there.
You can do it though, but you have to have some sort of balls to actually get that move.
Yeah, you need to have a better exit of turn 2, and you need to have the balls into turn 3 in the braking zone.
Oh, Onyx again! Onyx again with the big oversteer moment, and he already lost 3 tenths on that. So he actually feels the pressure and sort of the effects what a broken end plate is like, because he's now. Like the lead is coming down from 1.3 to almost 8 tenths there, so Louis is gonna get some DRS for the next lap there as Lordy makes the move down Ollie Fleffel. But yeah.
Up into 11th place for him.
Bugatti with the time penalty, Jesus, there's already 2 in 4 laps, that is a lot.
Not for this track. I've seen worse.
Not yet.
I've seen worse. And Bugatti's out!
Bugatti the wall! Bugatti's in the wall. He must have had a tangle with someone on the straights. I think the most realistic one is maybe want someone to close the door. I think he didn't saw Bugatti and went into the wall, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see it, unfortunately. Yeah, that is our first DNF of the day, so we're down to 14 runners now. And Onyx, look at this. Onyx is losing a lot of time. He was at 9 tenths. Yeah, of course. And he spins!
He spun round!
Yellow flag, and my, he needs to wait for everyone. Don't pull a Vettel here. He needs to wait for everyone. Yeah, but you don't want to.
Wow, Renault, what a disaster now. 4 laps in, and they're already in 12th and 14th place. And yeah, absolutely pathetic. You lose a front wing and you crash yourself out on purpose. Well done. You put yourself look silly on string. Well done.
Meanwhile, further up the road, we've got Louis and Lickel fighting for the lead now, since Onyx has spun and DNF'd. So this is look at the names of the top 3 drivers right now. I mean,
look at them all.
ILRT.
ILRT.
ILRT. This is.
Call it better ILT. FIS is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be ILRT. Yep. Stop the stream, guys. They already took over.
We're not gonna listen to the viewers. We're not gonna stop the stream right here. Don't worry. We're still gonna stream the whole race, the whole remaining 30 laps. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Meanwhile,
we can cut that. We can edit that. Don't worry.
Meanwhile, Lickel now in DRS range, but not even close enough to attempt an overtake. But look at this. He closes in. The challenge is, though, for him to stay close as he slightly brushes the wall of champions. I don't think he... Yeah, no damage. No damage, though.
Gamer Pro and Nick also fighting with each other for 3rd place there. And behind us as well, also pretty close with Aldi Sterling, Medium Pie and Emily Shudder. So
and Abiadon, Lordy and Marquez are also fighting.
At this clusterfuck. Excuse me there, but
look
at that 5 cars there, all fighting for 8th place, 8 to 13th. Look at this.
9th to 13th. And there's Marquez making a move on Lordy right here, and Lordy went pretty.
Each other up there.
Yeah, Lordy went pretty deep into turn 6.
Yeah, he went
and
deep.
almost wiped out Marquez, barely missed him, and then had to hold up everyone else to not get overtaken. And now Marquez driving away with it a little bit, driving away from this group, and
down the inside he goes. Is he gonna make it though? Yes, he will. But look at Ultimate getting the switch back. Is he gonna make? Yeah.
And this is think about this for a second. This is for 11th place. This is not.
No.
We have the first pit stops.
Oh no.
Sterling.
Oh, no. Oh, broken front wing. Broken left front wing.
Yeah, Sterling and Ollie. Sterling and Ollie are in the pits right now, and they Sterling is definitely changing front wing. I don't think Nick changes front wing, but Sterling does, and Lordy does as well. So for Nick, this seems to be a scheduled pit stop, quite early, as he went on to the mediums. This might be a 2-stop for him right here. 7 laps or 6 laps, and then 14 and 15, medium.
Oh, medium pilot. No! Oh my god!
Oh, huge crash there. Medium pilot, Marquez involved. And oh, my Marquez going really slow here. He stops on track. Can he go on? Will he go on? Seems so, but I think he lost a lot of front wing there as well. We can't see right now because we're on the wing cam. Let's hope. Yeah, there you go. He decides to retire from the session as well. So we're down to 11 runners already. Wow. Very unfortunate there. And and
like
something.
It's like medium pilot.
Lickle, Rafa, and Paco in the pits now. Is the 2-stop the better strategy here? Soft, medium. It seems to be.
2-stop. It's way too slow in my opinion. Like, I didn't once think medium pilot left the second. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was already retired.
Yeah, but like the thing with medium pilot was he didn't ghost. That is the other thing he didn't do. So.
Oh, Lickle! Lickle's stuck now behind Nick. Yeah. Would you look at that? Nick, who came into the pits way early at the end of lap 6, 1 lap ago, and he's come out in front of Lickle. Look at how much time he gained. The undercut, proving to be overpowered, I think is the term the young kids use now. OP. And now think about Louis. If Louis comes into the pits, Louis is still on the mediums. Pretty much everyone's on the mediums except for Lordy, as we can see, who is on the hards. So everyone's going to go quite a distance into this race. I would expect Louis, Amir, Abiadun, and Matter to come into the pits around lap 15, then maybe 14.
Maybe, but I think Tyra. I never knew that Tyra is going to be that bad on this circuit, but I don't think. Actually that bad. It's just more like it's more of like a driving style if it's going to be worse or not. At least for me,
you have to
completely fine, but
you have to remember that for this race here, we have the 3 softest compounds. We have the C3, C4, and C5. So they do wear out quite quickly. And yes, it is a low wear circuit. Like, you don't lose that much tire wear generally, but since you have the softer compounds, C3 to C5, it does wear out faster, and so...
Oh, wait, hold on. Abidon goes, like, very wide there. I don't think he's broken his front wing or not. He went very wide at turn 9, always sliding there into the hairpins. I know he has... It didn't look like a broken end plate for me there, but he went very deep into that mini chicane, so that allows actually LT Matter to actually close up a little bit there. But let's see in this corner. No, it's all decent. I thought he broke his front wing, never mind.
Yeah, it seems to be alright.
Rafa has overtaken Lickle there. Yeah. And he broke a front wing from LT Rafa. There goes Snake, Lickle down, round the outside there.
Oh, this is wheel-to-wheel racing. Fantastic stuff here, but Lickle comes out on top, at least for now.
Round the outside. Ooh,
and he makes it stick into turn 3. Well done there. Those two, we might want to stay on these two for now, because this seems to be the closest battle that actually means something, because this is the 2 front runners of those cars who have already pitted. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say net leaders, because that might still be Louis, but those two are damn close.
Yeah, but Louis is actually gaining, he's like, gaining more and more time on Michelle. Now the gap is now 8.7, and with his space,
he is gaining
like that.
He is gaining on Amir, but he is not gaining on Lickle and Nick. The gap was 21 seconds. Now it's down to 20 and a half for Lickle, so it did come down a little bit.
Look at those front wings there. Shattered there. So, Nick, is he gonna go do something about it? No, he's gonna put his
No.
ERS on 0. So he's gonna save a little bit. Maybe
let's
burn it all down. Maybe
Let's compare. Look at this. Lickel is down to 30% on his ERS and using it a little bit here. Nick has 68% now. So way higher. We're talking double, basically double the ERS charge for Nick. And that to me says that Nick may have an advantage later in the race with his ERS management. Lickel is going to have to save somewhere to be able to defend.
he need to. And plus with the DRS, you know, like, the thing is, you know, he can still save it while he has DRS, you know, because you may can even save his tires for now, and maybe at the end of the race, just burn it all off, you know.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit more strategic on this one, but we're not high, so...
Just one thing, sorry. Lickel has gained and Nick have both gained a second on Louis in this last lap. Remarkable stuff. And there's some front wing. Was that Lickel?
Yeah. No, I think that was still from the previous one.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, Lickel's front wing. Yeah, I'm sorry. False alarm there. False alarm. Lickel's front wing is perfectly fine, but he seemed to have driven over it at the very least, but it wasn't his. It wasn't his.
I can understand that. Look at Lickel's ERS, it's 19%. He's gonna save, although...
And Ollie is out, yep.
Oh! Where did that happen?
Sector 3. That's what the yellow flag says.
Of course I can see that. Jeez, I have glasses on. I asked what happened, not like a red.
No, you said where happened. Where did it happen?
I said what happened.
Okay.
That's what I said. Jesus. The confusion here is just unreal today. Anyway.
But the one thing that DNF from Ollie now means for the other drivers is that if you just finish the race, you get a point.
Don't matter what. I don't care if you break your front wing 6 times.
Yeah.
Just finish.
Just finish. And there we have Abiadon in the pits. Abiadon in the pits. The second Mercedes now coming in to switch off the mediums. Lap 11 and onto the hards.
I was right.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, and 24 laps on the 23 laps on the hards. Is that possible?
That is definitely possible.
Okay. So it seems to be a one-stop for Abiadon, and maybe he's going to start the second wave of pit stops here between Louis, Amir, and Matter.
Lickel is off. Lickel is off.
Oh yeah, he spun. Where's that? That is exit of turn 7. That is the first DRS straight.
That's indeed the first DRS straight. He needs to have another
front wing. Yeah, front wing completely gone. However,
it's so easy to crash.
Yeah, that pretty much ruins his race pretty much because he has to, and his strategy because he has to come in now. Maybe change onto the hards. Honestly, that might be the best call here. Oh, he can't turn. Look at this. Oh my! If you have, it brushes the wall there, but what does it matter really? I mean, front wing's completely gone. Wheels aren't going to fall off.
And you touch sometimes your wheel just slightly.
Oh!
He's off.
Yeah.
He's off.
Oh my.
That was expected. That was going to happen, Badger. Like, if you have no front wing and you touch a little bit of the wall, then your wheel pops off.
Yeah.
Like, that is expected. I don't know what.
Yeah, but he hit a certain part where, and we have VSC, virtual safety car now, and Sterling comes in, uses this to go onto the hards and basically get almost a free pit stop here.
Yeah. I know what Louis is gonna do. He's also at the hairpin.
Yeah, the question is, will he be able to get into the pits in time, or will the VSC end? VSC has ended.
Has it ended? I don't know.
Yeah, green flags, and Louis cannot go into. He still goes. Abiadon is out of the race. What? Oh my God, they're dropping like flies. Sector 2, where? Oh, turn 6.
How did that happen, actually?
He went straight on. He just went straight on. I don't know, but it almost looks like he just went straight on into the wall.
How can you even manage that? Like, that is just The only thing, now goes
Louis,
into the
hold on.
pits.
Louis comes out of the
Oh,
pits,
he's
stays
first.
in the lead. Yep.
Wow. Actually, the virtual safety car has helped him. Virtual safety car has helped him in this race.
But at the same time, oh, look at Nick.
Nick lost his front wing.
Yeah,
Lost
he
his front wing.
he hit the wall turn 4 on the exit. Lost a bit of his front wing. As I said, I was about to say, look at Nick basically staying with Louis. They started 4th and 5th. Now they're 1st and 2nd. So he pretty much just followed him through to the lead and to 2nd place. But
Yeah.
now with a bit of front wing damage, let's see how bad is the damage. Let's look here. It's just the end plate. I think he can go on.
I think, but it's still, even though it's still the end plate patch, it is still like it costs you so much time. Like, especially at like medium speed corners, you can lose so much.
I know it does lose you time quite significantly, but at the same time, I think he is still gonna go on. It's not enough time to warrant a pit stop.
Although there are still like 19 laps left. And I know for certain that Rafa has like a trillion time penalties
already.
Yeah, so if he can manage just to, keep it like clean, sort of a reason, and try to maybe even stay like in front of Rafa, then he actually can gain some position actually, because it also comes down to penalties for this race.
Exactly. In fact, if he just needs to stay in front of Rafa long enough. He doesn't need to stay in front of Rafa the whole race, just long enough. And then probably around lap 30 or something, Rafa could actually overtake him. However, I think Nick is going to get a front wing change. Since he is on a 2-stop. He is on a 2-stop. So he will, I think, on his second pit stop, he will get a front wing change. And then he should be good to go. But he's going to that point. And let's see, he came in at the end of lap 6. I would expect him to come in at the end of lap 20 or 21, but 21 obviously not, since if these tires can take 14 or 15 laps, they can take 14 obviously. And you would rather want to come in. Yeah, you would rather want to. Yeah. Yep. There's the front wing.
Yeah, indeed, front wing. There's indeed the front wing.
Yeah. What I was about to say with Nick, you don't want to come in after 15 laps on these tires, because that means you spend one more lap out on track with a damaged front wing, and obviously you don't want to do that. So I would expect lap 19 or 20 for Nick. If he can stretch the medium 16 laps, then lap 19 might be the right call.
I think it will be the right call, but
19 or 20 will be when he comes in. Maybe even earlier if he's confident in his own ability to stretch these medium tires.
Indeed, but yeah, it's also that Shatter also has like a 3-second time penalty. So if Nick just can make his pit stop, I don't know. I was used to have like a 1-stop ready, so
yeah, he still stays out. That's going to be the question. But look at this. He's still over a second away from Paco. 1.4 at this point.
Let's be honest, he's actually gaining a lot. And gaining Paco again, a time penalty.
This track is unforgiving. This track is unforgiving in terms of penalties, and we see it once again. Oh, Nick staying clear of the wall there on the exit of turn 4. It got close, but he avoided it. Last thing Nick needs is even more front wing damage.
Yeah, this is like the maximum he can actually take in order to actually stay out of the 1 second.
Yeah.
Well, it stays right to 1.3 and 1.4.
1.4 pretty much right now.
Yeah, if you can just stay it in there, then it will be alright.
And now it's down to 1.1. That hairpin really wasn't good for him. Lost 0.2 there. Is he going to come in now? It's still not... Paco's still not in DRS range, but he's getting closer. And
1.1, he's definitely getting closer.
Still, Nick stays out one more lap. Almost. Oh, he had a big slide there through the wall of champions. My goodness. But keeps it on track. Keeps it pretty much out of the wall. And I think he's going to come in now. I think at the end of, at the end of this or the next lap.
Yeah, I think better just this lap. I think. Rafa
Well,
gets
it really depends on. It
did he hit the
really,
wall again?
Nick.
I saw him going a little bit to the wall. Yeah.
It,
Could be me, though.
it could be that he hit the wall, but he did not sustain any more damage. The front wing. Well, no, he could have hit the wall, but he just didn't sustain any more damage. So.
Oh, look at him. He's now like the gameplay is already in DRS. I think best is now to pit now in order to actually reduce, the loss of time.
Well, or try to hold up Paco for a little bit.
Can also be true, but I highly doubt it's gonna do that. I think this
see.
better to be the more strategic for once, cause
The
he knows that gameplay has already had 2 or 3 time penalties. So if you're just being smart,
and he stays out. Yeah, the thing is, I think the biggest concern for Nick right now is the tire wear, considering the last stint, and he in his mind, that Red Bull of Lordy is slow there.
He's in IA mode, but like if you go in AI mode, that like you don't ghost. That's the thing. So you need to be careful with that.
Yeah.
And now all that time is now completely lost for Nick. So he's basically screwed by that AI car.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna come into the pits at the end of this lap anyway. Or, you know what else could be true? That he is not going onto a soft medium strategy already, but a soft medium soft. Yeah, going for the fastest lap and soft medium soft if he can pull it off. That is the question. Sterling in the pits after just in the pits after just 5 laps on the hards, going back onto the mediums. But I think Sterling should be able to make it to the end on those mediums now.
Look at this, yeah. Nick's gonna pit, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Nick holding to the left side here, doesn't defend. Oh, this is gonna get dangerous. Yep, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's what Nick was not hoping for. That Paco was gonna get or slot in right in front of him, so his path to the pit lane was a little bit blocked there until Paco turned in for the last chicane. So that cost Nick some more time there, on top of what he loses. On top of what he lost from the pit stop and the front wing change already. So that's 1 or 2 more seconds lost in this whole thing. Down to 6th place he goes for now, but Nick can go to the end. Paco is going to have to pit one more time. Matter and Rafa might have to pit one more time. I'm not sure how long the medium tire lasts.
He pitted 4 laps ago.
Yeah.
It can be possible, though. It can be.
18 laps?
You can manage the tire as well.
Or 19 laps. 19 laps on the mediums. I'm skeptical.
Then you're skeptical.
Look, I'm going to say it like this. If 19 laps on the mediums to end the race were possible, I think Nick would have come into the pits earlier to repair the front wing.
Game Paco in for his pit stop.
Yep, Paco in now 1 lap later. Yep. Medium's already
Nick,
ready there.
He can push a little bit though, but he also knows that Rafa has like a whole lot of penalties, so he needs to be like in some sort of a certain gap, and he can actually just gain positions just for the penalties around those.
Meanwhile, Paco comes out, tries to stay around the outside of Rafa, is not successful in that. There's blue flags there. Oh, that's Lordy again. Now the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Matter, Rafa, and Paco now run up to Lordy here. And Matter is already through. Let's see. Yeah, pulls over to the side quite well, and they all make their way past the Red Bull. Well done there. And then we got Nick, who is now coming up to this whole thing as well. And this is a nice 3-way battle here between Paco. Yeah. But only 3 seconds. Remember, Rafa has a lot more. Rafa should be at 9 or 12 seconds by this point.
Yeah. So Nick can actually just like pull, just a little bit, sort of, just push at the same time, but like at the same time, he knows like about the guys with the penalties. So, and there goes Aldi still and get with another time penalty. So, oh wait, he's behind him. Never mind. Completely.
He's 40 seconds behind Nick. And Lordy,
No
the
way.
AI car coming
And
into the
fast
pits,
lap
and
time.
yeah, there's the fastest lap time for
That
Nick.
is a good lap time on mediums, though.
It
Not gonna
really
lie,
is.
That's very good.
Yeah, it really is. And
And
yellow
yellow
flag
sector
sector
one.
1. That is
That's
Matter. Matter has spun his Alfa Romeo on the exit of turn 2, it seems. Yeah, that is the exit of turn 2. Oh, that is unfortunate. We can't see his front wing now, but he takes the Vettel line through turn 4.
Yeah,
Completely gone. Wow.
That is completely.
That is,
gone.
oh boy. He is going to have to come into the pits, well, for
Now
sure.
go set of softs. Oh. Oh, he actually
I don't
tried to
think
keep it out of the wall there.
Soft's last 12 laps for Matter. I think he's going to
New
come in
sort
for
of
medium.
soft can actually.
Yes?
New sort of
Okay,
soft.
okay, if you say
Yeah,
so.
actually.
If you
Well,
say
I
so.
get it. I can do it, but I don't know about the rest. But it is possible you can do that.
Remember, you're the guy here in the commentary box, and Matter is
I
the guy
know.
driving. You know, if
I know,
I'm
but
just
I can
saying,
still
I'm
give
just
my
saying.
piece of advice there. But I can still give my piece of advice there to those people.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But Paco looking to get that final podium spot. He's right behind Rafa. The question is, does Paco know that Rafa has a whole load of penalties? I don't think so, unless he has the stream running in the background, which
You
might
also,
actually
like,
be a smart
so
thing, by the way.
engineer.
Or he has some kind of engineer watching the stream right now. Unless
Well,
that's
you
the
can press
case.
on the PS4 though. You know, if you press circle.
Yeah,
then
the
it
race
pops up.
director. Yeah, but are you gonna do that? You lose time because of it. You know.
No,
Now-
you don't have to pause the game. You can actually click on square or like circle, depends on how you map it in the game. And then you can like ask the radio
Oh,
to.
yeah, but does
yeah.
does Jeff tell you that the guy in front has penalties and how much?
On this year's game, yes, indeed.
Oh wow,
Straight
okay.
away.
See,
Yep.
I haven't been league racing in this year's game, so I didn't know.
We can understand that. Don't worry.
I mean, I haven't been league racing for years for obvious reasons, I think.
Okay.
But
I can understand that. Don't worry.
yeah, all right. Good to know that. So then he probably knows that Rafa has a whole load of penalties. And he's just going to bide his time. Look at his ERS just charging and charging and charging even more. 80%
Yeah.
now. He's not using any of it.
Not yet. You can just save like so much. Yeah, Rafa doing it as well, but.
Maybe he's going oh, now he
Yeah.
goes into 2. The thing about the ERS also is you don't want to overcharge your battery. You don't ever want to hit 100% because that means you're wasting energy.
Yeah.
And so why would you do that? So he's using
have no
some
clue.
here, and now
Saving a little bit. Just
maybe
to add more.
yeah, maybe in the next
oh,
DRS
sorry, a
zone.
10-second time
Oh
penalty. That's
wow! Where did he
I
cut
think
the?
it's
Oh,
probably-
wall
there's a
of-
Wolf Champion. I think
yeah.
it's was something there maybe, or just misjudged his corner.
he just
If he just
did.
misjudged it and cut it slightly, and oh man, he spun round. But if he actually saved that, that would be the greatest save I've ever seen.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
we're
man.
watching here with Paco and Rafa fighting for third place. That's the closest fight we have by far on track right now.
Yeah.
And it's heating up a little bit here, I think, with 10 laps to go. Louis in the lead, really, yeah, he's got this under
Roll of his
control.
own.
Amir also 11 seconds up ahead, 11 and a half up ahead, 9 seconds behind, and then add whatever penalties Rafa has. And does Paco have any penalties? Can you look that up?
Paco, wait. There, yeah. I think he only has one penalty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but he still has one. So that means basically, if you look at Amir, does Amir have penalties? Sector 3. Hold on. Oh, I think. What?
Yes. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of penalties. But like, yeah. Now goes Game of Paco.
Oh, here. Yep. Here he
Rafa.
goes down the inside, and he makes the move stick into the Wall of Champions,
Yeah.
and that is third place on track, not just on penalties, but also on track for Paco. Makes a nice move here on Rafa, who is really low on ERS, 38%, with Paco
so it's,
up at
Nick.
67. So
Oh, Sterling into the pits. Oh yeah, this was Oh yeah, it's for his broken front wing. Never mind. But he can still grab the fastest lap now.
Yeah,
He's now on
and
the
he
soft
will.
tires.
But at the same time, look at Matter right now, and look at Nick. Nick could. The thing is, Nick doesn't have nearly as many penalties as Rafa. So if he actually goes into the pits, he loses a position based on penalties. Rafa could be the one to go into the pits now, to go onto the softs and go fastest lap, because he wouldn't practically lose a position. He would lose one on track, but he's got so many penalties anyway. And Sterling, yeah.
Is that out of the pits? Don't tell me that's out of the pits. Don't tell me that is out of the pits straight away.
No,
if it is, then
it's not. I'm on board, or not on board, but I'm looking at Lordy right now to see where it happened. When is he gonna skip him?
Where did it happen? I'm gonna on board with Louis though. Let's see. It's sector 2, by the way. I literally have no clue where it is. And Michelle into the pits, by the way.
Oh, I think he also went straight on in turn 6.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
I think so, yeah.
That's sad.
And Amir comes into the pits now for a set of mediums. Mediums with what is it now? 8 laps left. He goes on to the mediums, even though he was in second place. And Paco now moves up to second.
Actually,
looking at the time Amir lost in that pit stop, I think he had front wing damage and he had to change his front wing there. Because you don't lose. How much is that? Let's look at this. So 37. He was like what, 10, 11 seconds behind Louis? He lost 26, 27 seconds in the pit stop. That's not a normal pit stop. That's a pit stop with front wing change. Yeah.
And Sterling has left the session. So we began with 15 and now we are going now with 7. That is actually pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie.
It really is, yeah.
It is pretty embarrassing. But yeah, Nick around 4 seconds. And the gap to him, yeah, he actually can gain second position with the penalties and everything.
Well, Nick has no penalties, right?
I think he has very few penalties. Let me have a quick look.
Yeah. Nick and Paco are the interesting ones. We know Rafa has like 9 or 12 seconds worth of penalties by this point.
He only has 1. Yeah, see, I was definitely right. He has 1 penalty, yeah.
Nick has 1, okay, and Paco?
Nick has 1 penalty.
Rafa picks up another one, by the way.
Yeah.
That's number 5, I think.
But not surprised.
Yeah. So Nick has 1, and Paco?
I think Paco has like 3 or 4.
Oh, wow.
Penalties, so.
Yeah, Nick could actually get second place still.
Yeah. Unless they are gonna get so many penalties behind him, but anyway. Like, Rafa still close to the back of Paco there with DRS, so. He has not given up yet on this position, so.
Well, at least on track.
Yeah, he can still be for the honor.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Remember, at this very racetrack, Sebastian Vettel won on track. Look,
no.
I have to invoke it, okay? I have to.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Betsy, what are you doing? Not good.
Come on, fond memories.
Okay, yeah, fond memories. Yeah, if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, then yes, but that's a Vettel fan. Even though I'm not a Vettel fan, but
it was an embarrassing penalty. But since we're talking about penalties and position on track, I think it fits quite well.
I mean, can fit. Okay, I give you that one.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
good.
Rafa still barely, but still in DRS range, gets the DRS assistance there. Let's switch back to interval to see how close the cars are in comparison to each other. Did they both just brush the wall of champions?
They just brushed it there.
Oh my. Yeah.
Look at Louis just in the world on his own, minding his own business, don't doing anything stupid, and just and I'm here with another penalty.
Seeing this.
Oh my God!
Rafa.
Rafa broke his front wing.
Rafa ran into the back of Lordy. We had it on stream.
Yep. We are on
And
the stream.
I don't even know what to say. How
Well,
can you
that is
do
the ghost
that?
car.
I
It is not a
understand.
ghost car.
Yeah.
It is not a ghost car.
Did
like
Rafa
it is new on
expect
this
him?
game.
Did Rafa expect him to be ghosted?
no.
The thing
Like,
is,
on the
Rafa.
2018, you can like the
It's fu-
2018 game. You can clearly saw like someone is ghosting, yes or no. But in this game, I think ghosting is not existing anymore. So when you see like an
No,
AI
it-
car of a past game, someone like then
Yeah, I think. Look, ghosting is still a thing, just not for AI cars.
nope.
But if you spin, and you're really slow, Rafa comes
Then-
into the pits, and I think he's gonna go onto the softs now and at least get the fastest lap out of this one here.
Yeah.
Oh my! But,
This is actually
look.
unreal.
You have to pay attention. I'm sorry, Rafa, but you have to pay attention to what is going on before
You
you.
need to pay attention. Yeah. I mean, you know that like it is already since the beginning of this game that goes like that people if they pause the game they're not ghosted. Like that is since the beginning of this releasing of the game. That's more than 3 months or almost 3 months.
Yeah.
So you have
And-
to know it by now. That you can't like go steaming into his butt to actually overtake him. That is not possible anymore. So
Yeah, and considering that Rafa came second in the last 2 races, I think he should know a thing or two about lapping cars. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the races, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure he lapped a car or 2 in those races as well in China and Azerbaijan. So he should know that by now that those cars do not
Apparently
ghost
not.
anymore, and that he needs to be
Apparently not.
careful. But this looked really weird. But now he's on the softs. At least he can get the fastest lap, and if he stays in that position, he will get 11 points if he gets that lap.
yeah, it is more like a very amateuristic and just like a very amateuristic mistake from Rafa. In all honesty, actually, is an amateuristic mistake.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we are looking at the leader, ILRT Louis, who didn't get as much airtime as he should have, considering just
but
by
he
how
doesn't do anything
much.
wrong. Like
Yeah.
minding his own business, don't do anything stupid, and just do what he has to do.
He's managing the race perfectly right here. 18 seconds ahead of Paco. No mistakes. Just minding his own business, and Matter comes into the pits. He wants a piece of the fastest lap as well, I would
Oh,
imagine.
that's gonna be interesting. Although
They're fighting for the fastest lap now. Oh my.
that's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah, definitely. There you go. Onto the softs he goes. And looking at the gaps between the cars, I don't think anyone could go into the pits now and go for fastest lap.
No.
Not Louis. He would lose more than 18 seconds, barely, but he would. Not certainly not Paco. He would lose like 3 positions. Nick would lose 2. Amir would lose 1. And
Let's see,
so
fast lap. Yeah,
there he is.
109.5.
yeah, but Matter might be able to respond next lap. This is his out lap, remember. So he can't respond on this one, but next one.
So
Meanwhile,
we'll see how
Louis,
it goes.
34 times he came down this straight right here. Once more is all he has to do. Once more through the last chicane, past the wall of champions, and then across the line. Final lap for ILRT Louis on his way to his 3rd victory in a row in the 4th
Yeah,
race.
Actually unreal. But yeah, it is just down from even in qualifying. Just he knew that I think Rafa had set his lap time on the softs. He maybe thought, why not try it on mediums? Just to try something else with the strategy. Did an amazing lap batch with a 108 flat in quali. Saw the random guys just crashing in disaster. Just pushed the hell out of his mediums and just minding his own business with the hard tires. And it's for me just more than a well-deserved victory for Louis, just because he had a strategy right.
Yeah,
From
and
quali on.
And I think the most important thing, looking at how many drivers did not finish and how many drivers had to take multiple pit stops here for reasons other than strategy. I mean, for Paco, Nick, and Amir, that was strategy, but for Rafa, Matter, and Lordi, or for Rafa and Matter,
that's the victory.
Yeah, that is the win for Louis. He just stayed damage free. He had no incidents with the wall, no incidents with other drivers. He just stayed out of everything, and that's how you win a race. You don't mess up. You don't make mistakes. Paco in second place, very good result for him.
Nick, actually stays in third. Wow.
Yeah, best result, by the way, of the season for Paco and for Nick.
Rafa, let's see how many penalties that guy got.
Not for Amir. Amir was third on the podium in China. Fourth here. Rafa, fifth. For Rafa, obviously not the best result. For him, a downgrade from the second places he had in China and Azerbaijan. But wow, what a race. And the Toro Rossos pushing each other. That looks fantastic on stream right here. Wonderful to see, but we're moving on to the podium, and it is ILRT Louis winning his third in a row, back to back here at the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah, great job by someone who has a back that is 90 degrees. Anyway, yeah, great job by him, and yeah, what can we say? Just a dominant race by him, and did not do anything wrong.
Yeah, and then
can I maybe do the results?
Sorry, what?
Do I have the honor for that? Can I do the results?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, what an honor I have. So yeah, Louis with the well-deserved victory. The Gamer Paco in second. Nick in third, still with the penalties. Emi Shadow with 15 seconds of time penalty for. LT Rafa the same. LT Matter 6th place. And Lordi MK7. Well, the rest, LT Sterling, Albion Dunn, ILT Lico, Oli Flaffel, Marquez, Medium Pilot, Veerse Onyx with that embarrassing and sort of, yeah, just ridiculous DNF he did, and Bugatti in last.
Yeah, those are the results. So a third victory in a row for Louis. That is pretty much the headline of this Formula Racing Series, round 4 of the Canadian Grand Prix. Now, next race, next week, will be the Russian Grand Prix.
Oh dear.
Sorry, but hold on. Do you not like the track?
I'd rather torture myself than driving that track.
I personally, look, hot take right here, very unpopular opinion. I like the track. I like the Sochi Autodrome.
Right, stop.
Maybe that's why I'm not driving, you know. But
good.
I really enjoy the track. I think it does allow for overtaking opportunities. It's got the long straights for it.
In league races, Russia is more entertaining to watch than actually the real life Grand Prix.
Yeah, that happens with a lot of F1 tracks on the game. They're more interesting to watch than in real life, mostly because in real life we don't have equal car performance.
Nope. Although that would actually be funny.
It would, but we don't. But I'm looking forward to that one. The Russian Grand Prix. Ever since I started casting F1 game, official F1 game races and official F1 game leagues, the Russian Grand Prix has never, not a once, disappointed me in terms of action and entertainment. So I'm really looking forward to this one. That will be next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central European, if you're, on the continent. It was a pleasure, Sean. Thank you very much for doing this with me.
Also a pleasure to come with you.
Thank you very much. And we will be back next week for more FRS action. I've been Austin Smith.
I'm your favorite alcoholic, Sean. And we will see you next week in the Russia Autodrome Sochi, where also Vladimir Putin is also.